Who's happy to be here? That was like a 6. So you're going to say, I am happy to be here. All right? So who's happy to be here? That's like a 6.5. Come on. Lives are at stake here. It's how you vibrate. It's your energy. So one more chance. Like you gotta like feel it's like in the inside, you know? So who's happy to be here? That's better. That's all right. Go ahead. Take a seat. All right. I'm going to propose you some things today that I'm just here to challenge some beliefs. Are you up for it? Yeah? All right. Do you believe that guns kill? Well, I mean, you've seen it. Guns used in ways that kill people. So, could we say that guns kill? Well, you've seen it. Yes or no? Yeah, guns kill. Well, you know, it's a guy behind the gun. I get it. That's all right. Don't be so analytical. Just follow with me. Does gravity kill? Yeah, I mean, if you throw yourself, right, from the top of the roof, face down, you know, most probably you're gonna die. So, do drugs kill? Okay. Do thoughts kill? Yeah. Does the weather kill? I mean, hurricanes, right? Does vertebral subluxation kills? All right, good. So, Marea is my dog. That's Marea's boyfriend on the outside. Marea is inside the cage. You cannot see it very well, but this is her story. It's, you know, Mario Brothers, that Yogi is always with Mario Brothers. Like if he jumps, then Yogi jumps in the back. Like everything Mario Brothers does, Yogi does. Is it Yogi? Yoshi. Yeah, well, yeah. So Marea is like that. I know you guys who have pets know what I'm talking about. So it's 3:40 a.m. and I get awakened by Marea coughing. I'm hearing her like coughing, and then I wake up to see what's going on, and I open the door, and I see a space, pretty much all that space, with blood clots. So she's drowning on her own blood. The lungs are producing so much blood, she coughs, and then a huge splat of blood, and then another one, and then another one, and it's like, 3:40 a.m., it's in the middle of the night. I'm like, what is this? The smell of blood, and the dog like looking at me like, what the heck is going on, So I'm like, okay, what's going on in here? You're not gonna die, okay? So don't die. And I'm not going to the vet now. So what do I do, right? That's the first question. What do I do? And then like 5 seconds later, it's like, okay, just do what you know what to do, right? So what do we know what to do? What is it? Yeah, right. So I check the dog, and I check here. No, I don't find anything really. And I keep palpating, and as I'm palpating here, I cannot really get in the back, because she's like, like this, like searching for air, drowning on her own blood, and then coughing again and spilling it all over me. So I gotta go through the front, and then I kind of like palpate it, and then I'm like, oh, there it is. So I'm trying to like get a hold of her, because she's drowning. So I'm like, I need you to put you in certain position so I can adjust that. So I get her and boom, adjust, it doesn't go. And then I go again, boom, it doesn't go. More blood, I mean, look at that. More and more. And I'm like, oh my God. So third time, even harder, nothing, doesn't move. And I'm like, okay, this fourth time, either I kill her or I don't know what's gonna happen. Boom, I did the most forceful adjustment I've ever done in my whole life. And kunk, bone in place, she stops coughing. I'm like, it should work. So, start petting her. You know, I'm happy. I don't have to go to the vet. She's alive. I'm kind of like, you know, crying and laughing at the same time. Took me 2 hours to clean up the whole mess. Wake up, and she's pretty good. Pretty good. She, like 20 seconds after that adjustment, she actually went and drank some water. Now, when you're dying, you don't feel thirsty or hungry. So that was the key to knowing that she wasn't gonna die. Do you follow me? So I wake up next day, 2 hours later, and she's fine. She's wiggling her tail. I kind of like put my ear on the lungs, because I remember on that class that it sounds like when there's some water in it. So there was some water in it still, but whatever. I guess it's just the remnants of the whole crisis. So, nada. So I get her on the car, and I say, well, I'm going to buy you the best, your favorite food I'm going to buy. I'm going to take you to my mother's house so you can play with Spotty. Spotty is Maria's boyfriend. She has 2 boyfriends. And as I'm going to my mother's house, I hear her coughing again in the kennel. And as I look in I see the blood again. So she's coughing up blood. I'm like, oh my God, no. So I stop the car. I check her, no subluxation. I check her, there's nothing. I check, it's nothing. I'm like, okay, now it's time for the vet. We go to the vet, and they do the thing. They stabilize her, right? And the vet is like 2 locations next to my office. So I run to the office and go get my instrument, check her again. I adjust her, went back. They do all these tests. They don't know what's going on with the dog, but they stabilize her. See, the next day, this is all happening the day prior of me leaving to Mexico with Billy D on a surf trip that we did just recently. So, you know, I need to make sure that this dog is not gonna die. The vet told me, listen, she's gonna, you know, we're gonna leave her here 1 more day. If she gets another attack of this, I mean, she's just gonna wake up dead. So, you know, I'm not giving you really any high hopes, but it could happen. It's very high chances. Well, I, of course, check her again in the afternoon. I had to adjust her again. So next morning, I leave to the surf trip. So when I get to Mexico, they text me, it's like, is the dog alive, you know? Is Maria alive? And she said, yeah, she's alive. And my mother is giving all these medications to the dog that the veterinary recommended. I didn't say anything, just make sure she eats very good food, and I'll see her when I come back. So when I come back, of course, I check the dog. She's super subluxated because of all the toxicity of the medication. So I adjust her, and that's it. No more medication for her. And I just observed. The medication was there if there was any emergency. That's what it's for. So no emergency ever came up. It's been now what? I don't know, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 month, I don't remember. But she's alive, well, she's doing awesome. So yeah, that's, now here's the thing. Thank God that she believed in chiropractic. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to ask you is, what for Marea, receiving that adjustment was a matter of life or, right? Either she received the adjustment and she lived, or she did not receive the adjustment and she died. Does anybody, is everybody in agreement with that? Okay. So, it was a matter of life or death. See, subluxation kills. It took me a while to really grasp this. It's like, no, it doesn't kill. Come on. It's too hardcore. It's too harsh. It's fear. No, it kills. It really does. I mean, she either received the adjustment and she lives. She doesn't receive the adjustment, she dies. So it's a matter of life or death for her. So subluxation kills. Now, what if you believed that subluxation not only caused some aches or pains, that not only caused some diseases and conditions, not only caused decreased quality of life, but what if you truly believe in every cell of your body that really subluxation kills? What will your conversations be like in the adjusting room? How will that change the dialogue between you and the people you serve? How much urgency will you have? I mean, how serious would you take a missed appointment? It's easy if you have one new patient on a month and that new patient calls you to cancel. What will you do? Versus you had 200 new patients in a month, one new patient cancel, what will you do? Oh, thank God. We're not going out that late tonight. See, you need the same urgency for that one only, the same urgency that you have for that only one in the whole month than for that one that did not come, even though you have an abundance of them. I remember DeMartini talking about this concept, but with money. If you have $0 and you increase by $1, how much is the value of that $1? 100%. Now, if you earn $10, what's the value of that $1? To earn $1, what would you increase by? 10%. If you had $100 and you increase it by $1, how much is that? 1%. So the more you earn, if you have $1,000 and you increase it by $1, so the more you earn, what happens to the value of that dollar? You see, I wish you could have been there, because it was such a powerful thing to see the power that you have in your hands, the fact that they're paying you great money for it, the fact that you can dedicate your life to a principle that actually saves lives. And when you have such an experience so close to you, where you see it, so obvious, so fast, I mean less than 20 seconds, it was 10 seconds, that dog stopped coughing. My dad will say, oh, that was coincidence. No, it wasn't coincidence, man. It makes you realize how big of a responsibility you have. Yes or no? It's a huge responsibility. It's like my partner Eddie says, chiropractic is a social movement. And that's Marea in her cage in the vet. So I propose to you that, what if on Monday you're starting operating on another level? I mean, check it out. I mean, look at the attire that this little kid went on compared to the attire of the other kids. I mean, look at the size of the bike. compared to the, I mean, look at the helmet. You see, I like to think that I operate on another level. And just you being a chiropractor, you automatically are operating at another level. So either you show up or you get comfortable and stay comfortable. It's easier. I'm telling you, it's very easy to stay comfortable in a very successful level. And that, I think, is just as bad as just being broke. So I think I have another picture of the dog. Let me see. There you go. ¡Qué linda! So what if you believed that subluxation kills? See, if you believe that chiropractic saves lives, then you must congruently believe that subluxation kills. Thank you. I love you. See you outside.